Welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode, we came to the swamp. We wandered around the swamp for a bit. We met the leathermen who sell leather, and we found this house at their little camp store place. And we got told we might not like what we see, but that's not about to stop me. So go inside. That egg is busted. Huh. Told you it went a pretty sight. I was looking forward to eating that egg all day. Come dinner time, I only went and bloody dropped it. Is that a gator egg? No, I think it's from a dog. Sorry for your loss. I bet. Alright. So now we could go to Gatorman Village, but I still want to go to Mudhenge. A whistling man paddles a canoe through 2 inches of swamp water. He hits a rock and capsizes. In the very shallow slime, he thrashes and splashes, screaming about gators. Calm down, guy. You take the anxious fellow's arm and set him on his feet. You tell him calmly that he's in no more danger in 2-inch water than he is anywhere else in the swamp. If a gator wants him dead, he will be. You promise? He says. I promise. He thanks you. Move along. Admission to meet. A very clean booth for such a muddy henge. Ooh! A noxious mudbloom. Nice. Fashionable glue from inside the dirty petals. Someone's gonna lose their job at the fence factory. Alright, so I don't have to pay for it. But a very clean supply booth for such a muddy henge. Welcome to Mudhenge! What is this place? Friend, it's Mudhenge. What's that? It's one of the area's most popular henges. Folks travel from all over to see this mysterious mud. I've heard of Stonehenge. Is it like that? I don't see the comparison. You don't? She sighs. Look, we could talk for hours about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big. Stonehenge is strong. I've gone over all this. So with respect, what I'm interested in talking about is Mudhenge, which is a formidable monument in its own right, and so much more than a first draft to Stonehenge, as they sometimes say in the magazines. What's so special about Mudhenge? Special? Well, during the swamp solstice, it's said that the needle of a compass placed upon the central altar will point not to west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need most. That special enough for you? When's the swamp solstice? If you're in a swamp, it's pretty much always the swamp solstice. What is secret west? I'm no mystician, but the secret west is the direction in which lies the thing that your heart is most missing. And it's said that a compass laying on the altar of Mudhenge during the swamp solstice will point to secret west. That was the object of the Mudhenge challenge. But of course, we don't run the challenge anymore. Too hard. Too many missing presumed deaths. What does that mean? The thing your heart is most missing? Well, it's kinda up to you. Up to your heart, that is. Could be a secret crush, that new job, maybe just a piece of bread. I guess you could say my heart's missing Charles right now. Charles? Is that your secret crush? Maybe you're my secret crush. Ma'am, I'm married. Alright, I'm looking for someone. I'm looking for someone named Charles Wallace. About my height, similar build. Another missing person? Another? I don't mean to upset you. Mudhenge can be difficult. Some folks have a habit of walking into Mudhenge and never coming out. That's why we don't promote the Mudhenge challenge anymore. That doesn't sound like a challenge. That sort of sounds like murder. But it's the very real risk of going missing that makes Mudhenge such a popular destination for tourists. Tourists want to go missing? Oh, sure. Folks get their thrills in different ways, but in the end, we all gotta get 'em. Me, I like to make earrings out of live scorpions. Is that dangerous? Mostly for the grasshoppers on my shoulders, but again, they need the thrill. So have you seen Charles? Sorry, couldn't tell you. Folks don't always leave a name when they visit. You don't have a guest book? Used to, then one night it wandered into Mudhenge and never came back. I'd like to visit Mudhenge. Well, and why wouldn't you? It's the best and most mysterious henge this side of the border. And admission is to meet. What border? I believe it's all of them. I'm broke. Too bad. I know how that feels from reading books about poverty. Do you know Charles Dickens? He's incredible. You should buy his... Oh, sorry, I'm being insensitive. Alright, we'll come back when I have 2 meat, not because I can't sneak in, but because I'm curious what happens if I do pay to get in. So I guess largemouth bass and sons. Suddenly, silently, a flock of shadowy bats fly up out of the swamp, leaving not a single ripple on the surface of the water as they do so. It's quite frankly the gothiest thing you've ever seen in your life, and you've probably fought actual vampires by now. Several times, in fact. Alright, Molly, hit him with the spray and pray. Alright, set everybody on fire a little bit. And then splatter. Alright, you will take 3 damage. You're already dead. You... Alright. You, get hit! And... spoon! You're not the one I meant to attack. That was the one I meant to attack. Well, whatever. Cap knee. It doesn't have knees. Not that it really matters, but... Cool. You won! Get back to your Bauhaus album cover, you stupid bats. State your business. I'm here about the missing children? Tom and Kathy, yeah, that's a sad song. You need to talk to, I guess either Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that. But I wouldn't let either of them know that you've been speaking to the other. The bosses, they don't talk anymore. Why don't the bosses speak to one another? Between you and me, 3,600 largemouth bass, Mr. Chapman and Tracy haven't been on speaking terms since Mr. Chapman was snubbed at the Aquademy Awards a few years back. They tolerate each other only because they both perform a function vital to the business. Which is? Mr. Tracy debones the fish and Mr. Chapman rebones them. Only then are the fish ready for sale at the market. Are you saying you take out the fish's bones and then put them back in? It's tradition. For generations, a Chapman has deboned the bass, and a Tracy rebones them. That unique process is what gives our bass its distinctive tang. What goes on at this place? At Largemouth Bass and Sons, we fish largemouth bass, and most of us are sons. What do you think happened to the kids? If you ask me, that's what I just did. Hell, they ran off. This life ain't for everyone. And Tom and Kathy, they never had the markings of a largemouth bass deboner or reboner. Alright, I'll be going then. These signs identify these waters as a site of historical importance. This pool is the birthplace of largest mouth Luke, a bass present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. On August 2nd, 1792, he returned to his home waters to die, but his body was never found. I wonder if that's something that I could read about in the newspapers. 1792. The guard eyes you suspiciously. The guard seems a little nervous. The viscous puddle reflects his gloomy face. Talk to the puddle or the man? The puddle, please. Hello, sir. He can't understand you. It's a puddle. Alright. Talk to him, the man. What's the matter with you? She's left me. Who left you? Amphibious truck. Oh, so not a person. No, I'm more interested in amphibious trucks. So what happened to your truck? Our truck. It's the company truck. We use it to take fish to market. A couple nights ago I forgot to fill her up before bed, and that must have really ticked her off, because the next morning she was gone. No, nothing. Could it have anything to do with the missing kids?
Tom and Kathy, you'd have to talk to Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that.
Maybe they took the truck?
I don't know. Seems like a stretch.
When did the children go missing?
Same day as the truck, but I think that's probably a coincidence.
Are you suggesting this truck is sentient?
It's funny, I wouldn't have thought so, but I can't see any other explanation for it running off the way it has.
What's this puddle here?
It's the gas I never gave her that night. It's here, now, in our special place, waiting for her to come home.
Is it working?
Obviously, you can see that it is not.
How far could someone have gone in the truck?
With the gas left in her, couldn't have gone further than 100 miles.
100 miles, okay.
No, 100. Sorry, 100 is fisherman's lingo. Means 11.
Missing truck, huh? That's a shame.
She'll be back. She has to come back. She'll run out of gas otherwise, and then where will she be?
Good luck with the truck. I gotta go.
Yeah.
This guard seems happy to be here, but skeptical of you. There's something fishy going on in there. Climb up. Ah, the Chapman house. The chum bucket is inscribed. A stranger is just a chum you haven't met yet. Take it. The bucket is secured to the floor.
Those are decorative.
And the chum inside?
He's the very first batch of chum ever made by Largemouth Bass & Sons, back in the summer of 1803. It reminds us of our humble beginnings.
Can I have it?
No.
Alright. Champagne for my real chums, real pain for my sham chums. Chum pain for my real chums, real pain for my chum chums. That was a little bit more esoteric. Fishermen's cats are a touchy sort, and regard unproven outsiders with the highest suspicion. Try to pet her? The cat avoids your touch. You get the sense that only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will overcome its suspicions of you. Alas.
What lies beyond that door is only for fishermen.
What is it?
Fish.
Can I fish here? Huh. Surely a fisherman yearns for a glorious death at sea, not to wind up behind a desk. Hello there. I was wondering, do you ever wish you had a glorious death at sea?
Oh-ho! Many a sea creature tried to give me one miss, but before they can get their teeth in me, I've rebound them 6 ways to Sontang.
He spits a wad of chewing tobacco out the door.
Guy Chapman, Chief Rebounding Officer, Largemouth Bass & Sons. You hear about Tom?
I saw the posters about the missing children.
Find one child and you'll find the other. My Tom has been lured into the lair of Occam's Gator by that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. A good and true fisherman led astray by the delinquent sorceress who's never cared a Walt Whitman for what we do here with largemouth bass.
Occam's Gator? Chapman's cheeks darkened into the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish.
As long as there's been a Largemouth Bass & Sons, there's been an Occam's Gator, to our great misfortune. I'd venture that there's no creature of land nor sea quite so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, as red as a furnace, with smoke bellowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetites are plaguing our business. He'll eat everything we got. Largemouth bass. Everything. Keeps me up at night, wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to both debone and rebone fish? Perhaps. Perhaps. But dang it, that's what gives our bass its zing.
You're being a little sexist, don't you think?
Not remotely. I'm not saying anything about her gender at all. I'm only saying she may have got my boy eaten by a gatorman.
But when you throw around words like Jezebel, that's a little loaded.
Is it? Well, I don't mean anything by it. I'm willing to change. But you have to be patient with me, alright? I'm old-fashioned. I can't keep up with all these new ideas your generation has. Gender, penicillin.
How is Kathy responsible?
Well, the arrogance of youth. Cassie Tracy never thought she had anything to fear from Occam's Gator. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror, or directly into the mouth of a bass. It was always going to end with her in Occam's belly. I just didn't think my Tom would be fool enough to go along with it.
Do you think Tom could have run away on his own?
Absolutely not. Tom's a 3rd-generation bass boy, proud and true. Why, just last month he said, "I'm excited about my future in reboning largemouth bass, Dad." Does that sound like there's the words of a boy with 1 foot out the door? No, there's a simpler explanation. The siren song of Kathy Tracy, who lures good men into the bellies of gators.
Alright, I'm in.
Well, not so fast, Goody Shoes.
Goody Shoes?
You haven't heard my times yet.
I don't want you looking for Kathy on Tracy's dime. It's Tom that needs saving, and he needs saving from her. Do that, and there's 200 meat in your pocket. And my mother's fishing rod.
Is it a special fishing rod?
It is, and I'll tell you why. It has never caught a fish.
Oh, that sounds worse than a normal fishing rod.
It has never caught a fish. Always catches 2. Don't know how it works. Don't want to know how it works. We just thank Poseidon for the bounty.
Deal.
Hurrah! Now, I have no idea where you might find Tom, but what I'll do is let you into our quarters in the back. I bet he keeps a diary, though I've never been able to make sense of the thing. Fundamentally, the way your generation speaks is utter nonsense to me. The mad ramblings of youth. Perhaps you'll understand. Now bring him home, you hear me?
What do you do here?
I'm the chief reboning officer here at Largemouth Bass & Sons, like my father was before me, and etc. It's a wonderful life, a good family life.
I'm looking for someone myself, Charles Wallace.
I know the name. Some fool wrote it on the missing poster I had up for Tom. I've been wondering who or what he is. Is he a fish?
No.
Then I'm not the person to ask. I'm a fisherman, friend. My bag is fish. You looking for a human? You want to be asking some sort of human fisherman. Haha.
You are a human fisherman. His expression has turned sour. Now that you've poked a hole in his premise, he has lost interest in the conversation.
Okay, well, I don't know where your friend is, alright?
Be seeing you. Lo, with the reboning knife of righteousness has a complete bass been forged. The Book of Karas.
Help you with something?
Yeah, what's back here?
Those are crew quarters.
Wait, you live here?
Where the fish live, we live.
I see. The Chapman's quarters. The family that lives together in a largemouth bass. The family that lives together runs a largemouth bass company together. Go in. It seems the leftmost locker belongs to Tom Chapman. Alright, open it. It's locked. Open it, I said. That wasn't quite what you intended to do, but you did manage to reveal a secret cache behind the lockers. Search Tom's hole. I got Tom Chapman's diary. So many fishermen don't get into largemouth bass because they can't hack the bunk beds. It's possible the largemouth bass fishermen could do their job without sleeping in a nice soft bed, but it's never been tried anywhere in the world. The secret diary of a bass fishing scion. This diary belongs to Tom Chapman. If found, please return to Largemouth Bass & Sons. For controversial thoughts and secret plans, turn to page 19. For information of no consequence, turn to page 33. Page 33. It's dangerous, but the only way we won't be followed is if we take the truck through the Gatorman camp. We'll ask Peter where it is. Turn to page 19. Animal ideas. 3-toed squid. Chihuahua, big. 4-toed squid. Honey-hating badger. Rabbit, more teeth. Faster chimp. Grandfather cat. Balder eagle. Sleeping dog that lies. Egg cat. Alright, close the book. Broken bones pile high in the sink. Detritus from the experiments of an apprentice reboner. Unsuitable bones are ground up here into a thin meal. The sign claims that these are cups of homemade bone broth and that you should take one. Alright. Not one to question the instructions on a tiny sign, you grab a cup. Okay. You've already taken a cup of bone broth and wouldn't want to disobey the sign. Everything on this shelf is labeled hard tack. Take some tack. The non-perishable and long-lasting foodstuff sustains the fishermen on their voyage from this building to outside this building. Alright. This episode got long. I'm gonna end this one here. In the next episode, I will go in here. Actually, wait. No, I can't walk. Okay, then yeah. In the next episode, I'll go in here. For now, though.
Bye-bye.